Hello, this is Shade Catchem, and welcome on to Dust in Elysian Tale. I was in the mood for some nostalgia. So I figured, why not return to one of my favorite indie games of all time? It was released back in 2012 for the Xbox Live Arcade, and even all these years later, it's still stuck in my memory. So, let's get started. Yes, autosaving. Select a new file. Casual mode, ideal for casual or younger players, or those who simply wish to enjoy the story. Easy settings are enabled with no death penalty. Yeah, casual mode really is just very easy. The default difficulty, expect a fair challenge. We'll be going on normal. Tough, increased difficulty recommended for seasoned players of action games, encounter smarter and tougher enemies. Hardcore, for the elite few who seek impossible odds as each encounter becomes a test of will. Simply choosing this option demands respect. Yeah, we're not doing that. Maybe not for now.
Our world has fallen to fade. Its great works long since complete. Its storied civilizations long since fallen to dust. The greatest legends of Elysium long since forgotten. What was once a land of promise has fallen to the ravages of war. And it was in this, our most desperate hour, that the greatest of Elysian tales began. The lone warrior stood against an army, slashing his way through all who opposed him. The mob stood no chance, and the soldier showed no mercy. But despite his victories, his skills, his ruthlessness, the valiant soldier would perish on this day. Not to the mob, but to a single child.
Dust, dust, arise.
What? A talking sword? What are you?
Only that which you have summoned.
Summoned? How? For what purpose?
That I do not know. But we shall learn in time. Now rise and claim the blade of Ara.
I think I have autoplay on.
Stop! Stop right there!
And who is she?
Me? I'm Fidget, guardian of his sword.
Yes, you're quite the terrifying guardian. You will occasionally come up to slight dialogue choices, but I'm going to tell you right now, they never really change anything. So just pick whatever option you like. You don't look like a guardian to me.
No offense, but aren't you a bit, well, small? For a guardian, I mean.
Hey, I just look after that thing. After 200 years, nobody expects the sword to just fly off and start, talking.
True.
I'm kind of wishing somebody told me this was part of the job description. Or maybe they did, and I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I love Fidget. Your name is Fidget?
I'm sorry, I think I misheard before. You said your name was Fidget?
Hey, this isn't about me. You're the one who's got my sword. How about you tell me your name?
I'm...
Calm yourself, Fidget. His name is Dust, and he is the one who woke me from my slumber.
So, Fidgets, then?
That's me. And you're... Dust?
It would seem that way, though I can't recall that name.
What is this sword, anyway?
So, what is this sword?
I am the Blade of Ara, and you, Dust, are my fated sword bearer.
Yes, well, that's all great and everything, but I think it's about time I got this sword back to the clan.
I can't let you just leave with this sword, Fidget. Right now, it's the only thing that knows who I am. I don't even know how I got here.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I challenge you. The winner gets the sword.
Yes, because you are the most terrifying opponent known to man. Like, wait till you see what she can do. She will decimate any final boss. Put her up against Sephiroth. He'll be trembling in terror. Well, hang on a second.
Well,
All right, you win. But don't think I'm leaving empty-handed. I'm coming with you. But, I really need the sword back when you're done doing, you know, whatever it is you're doing.
What exactly am I doing, Ara?
The answers you seek lie to the east. There is a path through the glade that leads down the mountainside, and from there you will find a village. That is your first step.
Then will you give me the sword? I really need to get it back home before anyone notices it's, gone.
When I find out just what it is I'm supposed to do with it, it's all yours, Fidget. Come on, let's go.
Use the left stick or the D-pad to move. Considering I'm on an Xbox controller, I probably want to use the stick. Use A to jump, or X on a PlayStation controller. X to slash, or square on a PlayStation controller. And none of the other buttons do anything for now, except if you press in the right stick. Welcome to your map. From here, you can view explored areas within the current region. You can also get a sense of any treasure within the immediate vicinity. So yes, this is a Metroidvania style game. It's not particularly complicated, but it doesn't need to be. One second. Where is... Ah, there it is. Auto advance. Yeah, no. I want that off so I can respond properly to them. I'm obviously playing this on the Steam port, in case you're curious. So if any of those voice actors sounded familiar to you, and since I'll likely not get a chance to mention this again, Dust here is voiced by Elysian, who most fans will commonly know him nowadays as Felix from Fire Emblem Three Houses, and of course Fire Emblem Heroes, Waver Velvet from the Fate series, and, funnily enough, Dust from Konosuba. How fitting is it that you get to play two characters of the same name? Fidget is voiced by Kimala Tran. Or Tran. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I assume Tran. Please correct me if I'm wrong. She's voiced roles such as Miss Fortune from Skullgirls, Coco from Pokemon Secrets of the Jungle, and the Blacksmith from Ruby. And finally, the Blade of Ara is voiced by Edward Bosco. He's voiced roles such as Kasuki Watanabe from Lost Judgment, specifically the English dub, obviously. Morad from Unicorn Overlord. Forgive me if I butchered that name. I've never actually watched or played the game. And Ed from Street Fighter. They've obviously had a handful of many other roles obviously, but that's just to name a few. I'd be here all day if I mentioned everything they've done. Little bunny! Go to the left here, or the west, in order to get this, a treasure key. And press the back button, or select if you were playing on PlayStation. Welcome to your inventory. From this screen, you can manage equipment and items. If your health is low, indicated by the green bar in your HUD, you can assign a healing item to the quick item slot and quickly use it in-game with LB, or L1 on PlayStation. Note the context-sensitive controls at the bottom of each screen for additional options. Treasure key, a single-use key that can be used to open treasure chests and cages. It's apparently worth 3,000 gold. Never sell these. You should only sell them if you do not care about getting 100%. And there's a quest log if you use the left and right bumpers, or L1 and R1. Welcome to your quest log. From here you can view active and completed quests, as well as any notes you've picked up. Dust to dust, you've woken up in a small glade in the mountains with no memory of your past. An ancient magical blade, Aura, and its guardian Fidget have joined with you. With no other path to travel, the road to your east is your only option. The materials screen. Welcome to the materials screen. Materials are collected from enemies and can be crafted into better equipment by a blacksmith. Materials can also be sold to shops. Once cataloged, shops will attempt to restock their inventory. Use this to your advantage when materials are scarce. In other words, once you sell them an item, they will then have that item available to purchase. Granted, you can buy all that item and they'll need time to restock. Stats. Welcome to the stats screen. On this page, you can view various gameplay statistics. Your time played, total completion percent, world explored, treasure found, max hit chain, enemies vanquished, and friends found. We'll get into what that last part is later. That max hit chain, though? Oh boy. Let's just say there's an achievement associated with that. The character screen. Welcome to the character screen. From here, you can assign skill gems acquired by leveling up to improve your attributes. Note that your highest stat must be within 4 gems of your lowest stat. So yes, you can upgrade your health, your attack, your defense, and Fidget, which I'm not going to go down there to not spoil what she can do. You also have luck, but that just naturally goes up. Unfortunately, you can't swim. But to be fair, I mean, this game is already beautiful enough. I mean, look at this. This game is gorgeous. This is, quite honestly, one of the most beautiful games I have ever seen. The Glade. And it's largely owed to its hand-painted style. Yes, not just hand-drawn, hand-painted. Hold up and down so you can look. So yes, do a melee combo with the X button, or square on PlayStation. But if you press the Y button, or triangle button on PlayStation, you do sort of a heavy attack. Mysterious wall chicken. Found embedded in a wall, this fully cooked and seasoned chicken comes from unknown origins. As a fellow Castlevania fan, I'm quite happy. But yes, you have different combos depending on when you press the Y button. You can't just press it right now, like I'm doing. If you do X once and then Y, you get that, and it sends you up into the air, where you can attack as such. X twice and then Y does that. However, If you keep pressing Y afterwards, you will do that last little motion, sending you back just a bit. However, you cannot press Y after the third strike. Meanwhile, if you hold down and Y, it'll immediately send you down. This is useful for getting down very quickly. That will be the basics of what you're doing all the time. It's not a complicated system. It's relatively simple, but again, it doesn't need to be complicated.
What is it, Fidget?
Well, my kind has what you'd call a sixth sense, and there's something just ahead.
Fidget will alert you when treasure is nearby. Well, yeah. It's a little specific. Oh, look at that. New ability required. Dash required. Dash with LT and RT or the right stick. Dashing uses energy indicated by the flaming white bar in your HUD. So yeah, you see that above the green? That is your energy bar. And if I dash with either the left trigger or the right trigger, or L2 and R2 on a PlayStation controller, or the right stick, it'll go down. However, it does recharge naturally. What this basically means is that you can't just use it willy-nilly. Now granted, you don't need to. Hold down and A in order to get down here. This is something I'll talk about in just a second because of something quite important to know when not playing casual mode. More wall chicken, and a note. Treasure. In ancient times, our greatest possessions and staunchest allies were locked away using powerful magic beyond our comprehension. The only way to reclaim these lost treasures is to use the magically attuned keys strewn about our world. I only hope there is enough time to free them all. So yes, this.
All right, we found a chest.
Correction. We found a locked chest.
Well, what are you waiting for? Smash it open.
I love you, Fidget.
That would be unwise, Dust. These chests are protected by arcane locks from the last era, and are well beyond my capabilities.
I suppose we'll need a key then.
Well, luckily we went backwards and got that one at the start. Hold up, and you can do it. Input the button sequence before time runs out to open this lock. So yes, even if you have the key, you still need to do this. B, B, X, A. It's not complicated though. You get a bunch of money, items, a Luda nut. This heavy nut is considered to be a rare, tasty delicacy. 40 health, worth 160. A feeble fruit, a small, juicy fruit that does little for hunger. It's 20 health, so it's not bad. So yes, most chests will just contain, you know, items and such. Usually stuff to heal you, stuff to sell, but it can also contain stuff like this. A revival stone. A single-use stone that is rumored to rejuvenate the life of a fallen warrior. A second chance, if you will. It's pretty self-explanatory. Although, if you're feeling a little overconfident, you could sell it for 8,000. Probably don't want to do that, though. Unless you are godlike with your skill. Especially on the hardest difficulty. Just beautiful. Oh!
Monsters!
How observant, Fidget.
Calm yourself, Fidget. Dust. Focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something!
That is probably one of my favorite lines in any game. But, you know what? I'm gonna take her advice. Mash the buttons.
Nobody said anything about monsters.
Strange. Where did I learn these skills?
You wield the Blade of Ara, and with it, all the skills imbued therein.
Hello? Monsters?
Is that why I summoned you? To control this power?
One thing at a time, Dust.
It is unlikely, Dust, that I would awaken from my slumber for such selfish reasons. There is a village beyond these woods. Perhaps finding it will aid in restoring your memories.
Yeah, you're probably not a complete crazy person, Dust. You're not, what do you think you are, a Drakengard protagonist?
And then we'll be in the clear, right? No more monsters?
Fidget, I think things are about to get a whole lot worse.
And to think, this morning started off so well.
Did it start off well? You literally had a sword you've been guarding for who knows how long fly off. I wouldn't say that starts off well.
At least take these feeble fruits. Something tells me you're gonna need them.
I will take any items I can. And of course, defeating monsters gets you gold. Run through a save monument to autosave your progress. Press up manually, or press up to manually save to a slot. And yes, I've been playing on casual difficulty because I just like to have fun. Though that was a while ago. I'll save on save file 3. From whence it came. It's basically just teaching you the combos I mentioned. Again, it's fairly easy. You don't really have to worry too much until you start getting mobbed by the more difficult enemies, obviously. Ashbound! And obviously you can get critical hits occasionally, as you saw there. You've taken damage. Your health is indicated by the green bar in the HUD. Yes, yes, evade. Sometimes you get so into mashing the buttons that you just briefly lose track of yourself. If you press Y in the middle of a combo in the air, you'll take the enemy downwards. And as you've noticed, we've been picking up various items and materials from the enemies as well. You're going to be doing a fair bit of crafting in this game. Oh!
Hold here, Dust. You have unlocked a new ability. Bear witness to the dust storm.
Bear witness to an ability you're going to be using a lot.
I like it.
Hold the secondary attack to perform the dust storm. But beware, skilled as you may be, you cannot maintain the storm for long without hurting yourself.
Yep.
In that case, maybe I can help. If you press the super ballistic fidget action button of power, I'll perform an attack so spectacularly awesome that it'll produce emotions you didn't even know existed.
I love that line. And yes, if you're wondering, She said the exact same thing in the original release. She didn't say, if you press B. No, she said exactly what she said here. It is glorious. Alright, Fidget. Show me. What emotions will I produce?
Please contain yourselves as I demonstrate.
That was, very pretty.
My God. Dust, do you not see the greatness? The power? She is a god.
Well, maybe I'll just keep the rest of my repertoire to myself.
No, please. You keep going.
I'm sorry, Fidget. I'm sure it'll come in handy somehow.
Actually, Dust, between the three of us, this could be quite useful.
Oh, you have no idea.
The dust storm can manipulate Fidget's projectile into a more powerful attack. Observe.
Yup.
Wow!
Yeah, it gets surprisingly useful.
Oh, by the way, every time I use my power, it'll use up a bit of energy meter. You can recharge the meter with melee combos.
Yes, Dust. Between your combos and Fidget's own powers, you can achieve a higher hit chain, which will yield bonus experience after each battle. However, if you are struck by an enemy, the chain will be broken, and you will lose your bonus experience.
As in most games with a combo chain.
Alright, I think I understand.
If this is all too much for you, you can check out the help screen via the pause menu.
Thanks, Fidget. I'll take a look if I'm ever in trouble.
Alright. So yes, as Fidget said, doing her attack will drain the meter. However, it will still naturally recharge over time. It's just that melee combos will cause it to recharge faster, which can certainly be helpful. However, that is the wrong button. The dust storm... Yeah, you notice dust turning red? If you do that, and if I remember correctly, Dust will eventually hurt himself from doing it too much. So don't get willy-nilly with it. On casual mode, this is not a problem. On casual mode, the dust storm will not really hurt you from using it too much. You could just hold it as long as you want. And the energy meter will pretty much never run out. It'll recharge faster than you can, like, use it up. There you go. Bye-bye. Go, my minions of death. It's always a good idea to save. Almost got 100. If you couldn't tell, Fidget's ability is practically required in order to get a combo chain up to a particularly high number. And as it's saying there, the blue bar basically indicates how much experience I have. The higher it goes, the closer I am to getting Well, I'll level up. Leap of faith. They chased and I ran. 5, maybe 6 of them, all armed to the teeth and closing in fast. I had made it to Archer's Pass, but with an arrow in my leg, they caught up with me at that headless statue. Surrounded, desperate, and nowhere else to go, I climbed out to the hand and made a leap of faith. We'll get to that soon. Also, yes, they took an arrow to the leg. You gotta love old memes. Now, you can go this way, and if you do, you get a key. Ah, it always sucks when a little enemy hits you. Fidget, I'm pretty sure I told you to throw out the projectile. Thank you.
Hey, you just leveled up.
Yay.
Is that what I did? It feels good. Great, even.
As it should, Dust. You've acquired a skill gem. Open the character screen through the inventory to upgrade your abilities and become even more powerful.
So yes. Max health is obvious. Attack is your base attack power. Defense, it decreases damage taken from enemies and hazards. Fidget. This determines the potency of Fidget's projectiles and the dust storm. This can be quite useful. But for now, we're probably going to want a bit of health. You will, however, notice something if you're looking at the bottom of the screen. There is an option to remove the skill gem. You may be wondering, wait, why would I do that? Well, for one, you may decide, oh, I don't need, say, all this attack or something. I want some defense. Or something along those lines. Well, you could remove some old skill gems and put them there. There is one other reason, however, and it has to do with a specific achievement. Confirm upgrades. Or I may be misremembering. Maybe it's just in casual mode, as I believe you could remove them, but again, I could be misremembering. Here's the thing, though. You also just don't have to do that. You could decide to not level up if you so wanted to. If there is one problem with the dust storm and Fidget's ability to use it, it's that it's kind of sporadic. It doesn't go in any direction that you specifically designate it to. It might go forward, it might go backwards. There's no real way to steer it. The combo chain is also pretty specific in how fast you can lose it. Come down here. There's another chest. A tasty cupcake. A freshly baked cupcake, carefully frosted and sprinkled. How it's there, I have no idea. A cotton vest. It will protect you from the cold, but little else. +4 defense, and +1 luck. So, like in many good Metroidvanias, such as Symphony of the Night, you can equip items to increase your stats, and you're gonna want to. I don't know if I've actually ever seen someone go through this game, like, in a challenge run, so to speak. By which I mean... What I mean is that I don't know if I've seen someone try and go through this game 100% with no level ups, highest difficulty, and no damage. And 100%. You may notice the barrier is preventing our escape. It usually means that you absolutely have to get rid of the enemies before you can proceed. Oh, treasure.
Wow. It's really beautiful up here.
It's beautiful everywhere.
Yeah. So, any idea where we are?
I was maybe hoping you could tell me.
Oh, silly me. I seem to have dropped all my detailed maps and navigational equipment chasing after a crazy flying sword.
How would you even carry any of that?
I'm sorry I got you mixed up in this fidget.
Well, you should be. Taking my sword, getting me in trouble.
You know, now that I think about it, this isn't the first time I've seen this view. I've stood here before, in this very spot.
Then perhaps you recognize the village at the base of these cliffs?
It's hard to make out from here. We'll need to drop down to the valley floor if we want to get any closer.
Very well. Proceed as you wish, Dust.
Quest updated. Quest has been added. There is a village in the distance. Perhaps it holds some answers? Did you lose track of me, buddy? Also, as you can clearly see, some enemies are smarter than others. The small one from before didn't know how to jump. This one apparently does. You can attack while crouching if you so wish. It's actually a little bit faster in some instances. Please note that healing does not... or healing? Please note that saving does not heal you. Got my word order mixed up there. Go, Fidget! Unleash death upon all of them. It is kind of funny how Fidget is one of the deadliest things in this game. Had to reach up to scratch my nose briefly. Almost got hit because of it. I wonder. Ah, yes. Fidget's ability does not destroy walls. Keep that in mind. You are just going to have to hit them manually. And 2 treasure keys. Very worth coming over here. I have absolutely no idea if it's the monsters making that camp or if they're just took it from somewhere. Oh god. That little guy blended in so much with that purple background. We go. let's go for attack. Maybe it's just casual mode where you can remove them. Go! Why is it always the most adorable characters that dish out the most damage? Aerial Dust Storm. Hold the Dust Storm button mid-jump to fly through the air and target enemies from afar. So, yes. And if you combine it with Fidget's ability... Go! Was targeting the enemy all the way up there. It will have a tendency to go up more often than not. But yes, just regular. It will basically act as sort of a long jump or a glide. God, this is beautiful. Slight flashing warning because of thunderstorm, obviously. Go! Yeah, the aerial dust storm can send you, flying quite far. Whoopsies. I actually meant to go a bit higher. Oh well. Oh, that's an interesting wall. This wall is reinforced with a powerful alloy. Something explosive should do the trick. So, we're not going to be able to do that for a little bit. Quite a bit. However... you will notice that, oh, we picked this up. I didn't even notice. Warped pendant. Once a fine keepsake. Time has distorted this pendant. Did we pick anything else up and I didn't notice? Oh, right. The blueprints. We'll talk about that later. If I remember correctly, some treasure chests will contain multiple keys.
Is that a tent? Is there somebody in there?
Or rather, they will require, some will require multiple keys to open, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, pick up as many as you can.
Ah, whatever it is, it's got glowing evil eyes of evil.
You mean like yours?
A merchant lies in wait. Do not let his appearance frighten you. I sense he only wishes to assist in our journey.
Well, it's a merchant.
I wasn't frightened, just surprised at the, savings. Come on, let's talk to him.
It's a merchant. You know what that means. Get all your Resident Evil 4 jokes out of the way.
I've been expecting you, stranger.
Like I said, get all your jokes out of the way.
Who are you?
Merely a friend with many wares for sale. Shall we conduct business?
So yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a shop. You can get health items, equipment, augments, which are basically used to power up your weapon, armor, rings, and some key items. In this case, you can get a revival stone, but obviously it is very costly. And a teleport stone. A single-use stone that teleports the user from a save monument to the world map. This is because there is, as far as I'm aware, if I remember correctly, there is no fast travel in this game. You cannot go from one end of the map to the other quickly. you're going to be walking around a lot unless you have the teleport stone. And even then, it'll only take you to the world map. And even then, you have to go to a save monument beforehand. As much as I love this game, it does kind of need a fast travel system. He also sells treasure keys. Now, here's the thing. You may think, oh, these are just so I never have to, like, if I miss some, then I can use these as spares. No. If I remember correctly, you do have to buy, I think, at least a couple of these keys. I may be misremembering. It has been years since I 100%ed this game. And materials. Nothing there. Dull whetstone. A dull ring. I could buy some things, but I probably don't need to. Currently equipped. Well, I don't need it. I'll be fine.
Before you leave, might I propose an offer?
Depends on the offer.
That would depend on the offer.
Wow, Dust just steal my words.
If I may be so bold, you are not prepared for the journey ahead. I, however, can offer assistance. Please, accept this blueprint as a gift. Should you find a blacksmith and the necessary materials, they may be able to craft the item for you.
And that is what the blueprints will be for when we pick them up.
I can offer you materials as well, though I'm not entirely sure what materials this land deems of value. I am not from around here, as I'm sure you've guessed by now. Once you've sold me a new material type, I will be able to restock my store with it. As for your reward, I will pay you a bonus for the first new material you sell me.
Ah, you'll buy them at a high price.
Well, yes. Yes, I will.
I love you, Fidget.
Thank you.
Watch your back, my friend.
They had to make the joke. A mysterious merchant has asked that you find various materials and sell them to him. He will give you a bonus for the first new material type you sell him. So there's your little bonus quest. Side note. Ooh, we got some... There we go. The light chainmail blueprint. And it'll tell you in the corner there if the shops have been restocked, of course. So, that's nice. Side note, the merchant is voiced by Xander Mobus, who a lot of people nowadays will of course know him as the announcer from Super Smash Bros. And Joker from Persona. By which I mean specifically from Persona 5. Not the Joker from Persona 2. Not either of them. I wonder how many Persona fans actually even know there is a Persona 2. Oh, can't go that way. Need explosives. The wind can not only push you back, it can lift you up. You've discovered a bomb fruit. Use the dust storm to pluck and guide the fruit. So yes, you don't actually have an explosive attack or item. You just find these. Which... you're gonna have to be careful. So, yes, here's the thing. If it hits a wall or an enemy, it will explode. But, as with most bombs, it can probably have a timer. So, be careful. You're gonna need to be guiding these things all over the place. Luckily, it will tell you when it's counting down. Go, Fidget! Destroy my enemies. Oh god, I didn't even see you. There can often be so many things on screen that it's hard to tell. Ah. I'm gonna need you. Come! Needless to say, these bombs can be very helpful in a pinch.
There's something in that cage! Quick, get it out!
4 locks. I'll take a wild guess and say we need 4 keys.
How observant, Dust. Unfortunately, we only have 2. At the moment. Unfortunately, blowing up that wall does nothing for us since Dust can't crawl, apparently. Go! Hit them all! Even on normal difficulty, this isn't particularly a hard game, but then again, I say as I get hit. But then again, it is the first area. And yeah, that thing will send you flying, and honestly, that is sometimes the only way to get to certain pathways. Go away.
Dust, there's something up there.
Not a problem at all. Stand back.
Go, Dust. Show us your great abilities.
All right, I've got it. Wait, no. Ah.
Having some trouble there?
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't get a good enough grip.
Aw, you're just trying to show off. That's sweet.
He kinda is. He overreacted a little bit there.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure there's a way to get up there. We'll just come back later.
As in all good Metroidvanias. Backtracking will be necessary. Get away from this thing immediately. So yes, the slime enemy there. Be very careful around it. If you hit it too much, it will eventually just jut out spikes all around it. Additionally, it'll jut out a spike at the top of it if you try to keep going above it. So that's one enemy you need to be cautious with. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Didn't mean to do that.
Looks like we're heading in the right direction.
Be on your guard, Dust. I sense a powerful foe ahead of you.
Don't worry, Dust. I'll be behind you every step of the way.
How many steps?
Way behind.
Ah, that many. Oh, hi. Like I said.
Ah, it's another one of those spiky slime things.
You know, slime enemies are usually considered some of the weakest enemies in certain pieces of media. It's actually a pretty interesting idea to put spikes on them. It really kind of ramps up the danger.
Their persistence, I'll give them that.
Also, teeth. Which just begs so many questions.
Much as I pity this corrupted beast, now might be a good time to demonstrate the parry technique. Allow it to strike. attack and hold the button at the moment of the enemy's strike, and you will parry their attack, opening them up for a counterattack. Timing is crucial, and you must be facing your opponent. And as you can see, a successful parry may also daze your opponent temporarily. Now, put this beast out of its misery.
Okie dokie. There we go. Hold on to parry an incoming enemy attack with one of your own. Immediately follow up for a powerful counter. This is easier than it... Well, this is harder than it sounds, rather. Mainly because some of the enemy's attacks can come out very quickly.
I see somebody over there.
Ask them if they've got anything to eat.
You're just very single-minded, aren't you?
We're in a bit of a hurry, Fidget. Don't worry, I'll feed you later.
Hey, I'm not a pet. But, I would appreciate that. Thanks.
Don't worry, Fidget. We'll get you some crackers. Press up to speak with a friendly character. Cora! Wow, Cora. Where'd your muscles go?
Oh, hello. You surprised me there. Don't get many travelers this far out of town.
Sorry about that. It's nice to finally meet a friendly face. So we're getting closer to the village then?
You mean Aurora Village? Yes, it's just beyond those fields to the east. And I think you might be just in time.
What do you mean?
The monster attacks down there have been getting worse. Right before you showed up, I'd swear I heard somebody shouting.
She's right, Dust. I can hear somebody calling for help further down the path.
Let's get going.
I would ask how Dust can't hear that, but then again, how can he hear anything with that thing on his head?
Yes, please hurry. Be careful. Please, you've got to hurry.
Okay. Sometimes people have multiple things to say, but not in this instance. Depending on your difficulty level, save monuments will also restore some of your health. That's the thing. It mostly just happens on casual mode.
Look! Please, help us!
Oh my god, it's Bugs Bunny and Lola Bunny. After retirement.
Ah! Look at the size of that thing!
God, it's a golem from Mega Man Zero.
Don't worry, I think I can handle it.
Can you?
Exercise all you've learned, Dust. Send these foul creatures from this existence.
Well, this is a problem. This is the one enemy that is particularly easy to parry. Its attacks come out fairly obvious.
No, wait! That's not all of them! Here comes some more!
Great. Oh, yay! 2! Yeah, that's a problem. Once again, flashing.
Is that it? Did we get all of them?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Well done, Dust. You have proven yourself a worthy swordsmaster, and none too soon.
None too soon. We would have died if you hadn't.
Bah, they weren't so tough. I could probably take on another 4 or 5 of them. You know, if I had to. And Dust was there.
Yes, Fidget. How dare we doubt your godlike power?
Oh, thank you so much.
What happened here?
I don't know. We were out here checking the fields when those giants attacked.
We've been having a lot of problems with smaller beasts, but this is the first time a giant has ever come this close to the village.
Then the first step of your journey is near its end, Dust. The village lies just ahead.
Yes, we arrived. That's great. But what now?
That has not yet been revealed to me. These people are safe, and that is what is important. Let us continue onward.
Will you two be all right?
Yes. I just need a moment to rest. I'm not sure how you did it, but you took down 3 giants single-handedly.
Not a problem. That's what we do. Bringing justice to the weak and defenseless.
Hey! Who are you calling weak?
I mean, I wouldn't call you strong. Got a skill gem. Let's go for Fidget.
We're still a little shook up, but I think we'll be fine.
I just need to sit here for a while. My leg still hurts.
You should get to safety when you can. I cleared out quite a few monsters on the way in, but you never know when they'll be back. Did one of those monsters hurt you?
Well, I mean, not exactly.
This old lug twisted his ankle running away from those monsters. Nice of you to stick around to protect your poor old wife.
Dude, come on. You gotta at least try to protect her.
I was running to get help.
Yeah, lots of help in the tool shed, I'm sure. What, you got a little army hiding in there?
Maybe I should go.
Oh, no, please don't get the wrong idea. I still love my husband, even if he is a coward.
Bah!
Oh, by yourself.
Okie dokie.
Where's my shovel?
Don't worry about it, dear. When you feel better, we should get to safety.
I'll feel better when I've got my shovel.
Calm down, Shovel Knight.
Should I be on the lookout for some lost shovel?
Oh, no, dear. He broke it running away from those monsters. I'll get him a new shovel when his leg is better.
I like the Dust is like, should I be on the lookout for a lost shovel? Because in most games, yeah, that would probably be a side quest.
Where's my...
Skip. Yep, if you press the B button, or circle on PlayStation, you can just skip the dialogue chain. Which is incredibly helpful to know if you're speedrunning a game. Chapter 1. Destiny. There are 5 chapters in this game. So yes, that entire section was a prologue. Aurora Village. I always loved that name, Aurora. It's very pretty. A new region has been revealed. But yes, if you go back, it doesn't take you to the world map, it just takes you to the village. We'll get access to the world map soon.
Hold it right there.
Are they gone? I don't hear anything.
If you're referring to the giants, I took care of them.
They're dead?
Yep, thoroughly expired. They were no match for us. There's an older couple back there that could use some help, though.
That must have been Oneida and her husband Gian. Thank you. We'll send help right away.
So you're saying you just happened to show up at the right time, huh?
I suppose.
Interesting coincidence.
If you're suggesting I had something to do with this attack...
Whoa, take it easy. I have to apologize for my big friend Caleb here. We're just a little overwhelmed is all.
What's been happening here?
I guess you missed the endless hordes of bloodthirsty monsters on your way in?
They used to stay in the mountains, away from the village. Now they're attacking us on a daily basis. No one's been hurt yet. At least not until today. if giants are showing up near Oneida's farm, things are far worse than we thought.
Speaking of which, where exactly do you come from? There's nothing west of here except crazy old Cora.
We're,
Prospectors! We are prospectors! And we're out on an excavation to find, ore deposits in the mountains. You know, gold, silver, manganite?
You know, I'm curious. Is manganite an actual deposit? Yeah, I'll look it up later. Let me just take a slight picture to remember to look that up.
Prospectors, eh? You're certainly well armed for the job.
I'm betting it's not.
like you said, there are a lot of monsters out there.
Well, we're indebted to you either way, so go on through. But I'm watching the two of you.
Always watching.
Please, make yourselves at home. My name is Bean. There's not much here, but we do have a merchant if you need supplies.
Thank you. We'll be on our way then.
Thanks so much for your help. Please, make yourselves at home.
How are you two holding up?
Don't worry about us. I'm in no rush to take on a giant, but I think we're in the clear. Please.
I appreciate the offer, but it's gonna be a while before I can rest.
That's an interesting outfit you're wearing.
Oh, you're one to talk. Can your friend even see from under that hat?
That is a very good question.
He can see everything. It's spooky, really. No reason to get defensive. Just trying to help.
No, I don't want to talk to Bean. Come on. Bean, go away. Let me talk to him.
You really ought to be better equipped, in case anything else comes through here.
Nonsense. I crafted this spear myself.
It really shows.
Yes, it's very nice.
All right, that's enough. Why don't you two leave me alone now? I've got my eye on you. You and your annoying pet.
I am not a pet. Just tell him I'm not your pet.
You really ought...
Nonsense.
It usually only goes for 2 or 3 lines.
Prospectors, Fidgets? That was the best thing you could come up with?
It was the first thing that popped into my head. It's not like you had anything better. Come on, let's get away from these guards.
All right, Ara. Where to now?
Ara, where do we go next? What are we prospecting?
You're right where you need to be. The answers to your identity lie somewhere in this village.
Well, that's specific.
I know this place, and that's for certain. I'm sure I've been here before, but nobody seems to recognize me.
You've met 4 people. Only 2 of them since you got into the village. I wouldn't say nobody.
And you, in turn, do not recognize them. Yet I feel there is something here that may yet trigger your memory's return.
Maybe we should look around for a bit then? If you really have been here before, maybe somebody will recognize you.
That is a good idea, Fidget. Let us meet with the townspeople. I am certain that the next step of your journey will reveal itself in time.
Very well, but something here is making me uneasy. Like the calm before a storm.
Everything is always the calm before the storm in these games. Characters with a feather over their head are quest givers. Speak to them to open up quests in new regions throughout the world. Like this guy. Augustin.
Why, hello there. I'm always thrilled to see a new face, even when it's all covered up like yours.
Indeed. Well, my name is Dust, and this is Fidget.
Hiya! Don't mind Mr. Grumpy. He's not big on the whole eye contact thing.
It's hard to tell if he even has eyes under there at times.
Fidget and Dust, eh? Not from around here, are you? Well, neither was I originally. But this is a nice little place, if you're not in a hurry. Oh, where are my manners? I'm Augustin, local strongman. Say, you want to arm wrestle?
Probably not. I won't deny Dust probably has some arm strength to swing the sword around. Well, actually, does he even need arm strength to do that? Aura kind of floats. Does he kind of just move along to Dust's movements? It's actually a good question.
Some other time, perhaps. We're just passing through.
Oh, that's a shame. Thought you looked like the arm wrestling type.
What part of him looks like the arm wrestling type?
You know, I heard what you did back there for Oneida. Great stuff. Maybe we can help each other out?
How is word spreading this fast?
Maybe. What did you have in mind?
I have an old friend, a blacksmith. Lives way up at the top of Archer's Pass. I promised I'd deliver some materials to him way back when, but haven't been up that way in ages. Area's pretty dangerous these days if you ask me. Maybe you could deliver them for me? Tell you what, if you help me out, I'll give you this blueprint. If you give it to him along with these spare materials, he'll set you on your way right quick.
A blacksmith that can craft items from blueprints? I think I'll take you up on that, Augustin.
Wow, that's great! I knew I could count on you! When you see him, just tell him that old Augustin says hello.
Well, there you go. The blacksmith. Augustin has asked that you deliver a blueprint to the blacksmith in Archer's Pass in his stead, as the pass seems to be incredibly dangerous as of late. It's the old, it's the Nier syndrome. We're gonna have a lot of side quests going out of our way.
I'll be honest, there ain't a whole lot here, but you'll find a shop near the east entrance.
Thanks, Augustin. Maybe we'll drop by.
Get ready for a lot of talking, by the way.
You know, you really need to work out a little more. Get some muscle on those bones, mate. Lovely weather today, isn't it? Wanna wrestle?
Again with the arm wrestling. Sorry, Augustin. Perhaps later.
I'll be...
But yes, get ready for a lot of talking, because there's a fair few townspeople. Like this... person. You know those characters you're just meant to hate?
Jess?
Well, this is him.
Good morning?
Is it though?
I guess?
He guesses. Wonderful. Well, perhaps you can guess that I really don't want to talk such drivel right now. Go, scurry off and leave me be.
Oh god, I leveled up. Yes, talking to people just can give you experience. Or at least talking to them for this first time.
Wonderful. Another moment with the Philosopher King himself. Why don't you bother Augustine or some other such buffoon?
You don't need to ask me twice. We're leaving.
Jess?
One.
Okay, nothing else. Don't worry. We'll have a chance to put Gianni in his place.
Hello. I don't believe I've seen you before.
We just came in from the west.
Oh, so you're the one everyone is talking about.
Seriously, how is word spreading this fast? I'm going in a straight line.
Everyone's talking?
Of course. You're the one who saved Oneida. My name is Mosca, and I am at your service. If you need anything, just let me know.
Get me some Swiss cheese.
Say, are you staying long?
I don't know. Why do you ask?
Well, if you ever find yourself heading east of the village, maybe you could let me know if the roads are safe?
Oh, they're far from safe. The town guards mentioned that monsters have been attacking all sides of the village. You're better off staying inside the walls for now.
Well, see, here's my problem. I've been meaning to visit someone in Denham. It's a small village on the edge of Abadi's forest.
I imagine this someone is pretty important to you?
Well, yeah. See, it's about a girl.
Well, surely she's worth the danger.
Oh, she is! She definitely is. I want to make sure she's okay. With all these monsters around, there's been no word from Denim at all.
Mosca, if my travels take me there, I'll let her know you're thinking about her.
Oh, thank you so much. You're great. You're really, really great.
Okie dokie. Reunion. Mosca has asked that you check in on a girl in denim at the edge of Abadius Forest.
Always a pleasure to see you guys. Always a
Wow, you don't really say anything. Come down here, and you have a chest to open. Ooh, cinnamon buns. A moist pastry with the perfect bun to icing ratio. Plus 100 health. Yes, this thing heals you more than the mysterious wall chicken. Than a whole chicken. That, I mean, cinnamon buns are just so good. A smooth ring. A nice ring worth a good amount of gold. Plus 1 attack, plus 4 defense, plus 2 luck. Yeah, you may as well.
You're perfect.
Okay.
Thanks?
Not you. Listen, do you hear it? Can you hear its whispers locked within? Within the box. My box. I don't hear anything.
You okay there, Pandora?
Well, of course you don't. My box has been lost. Somebody must have stolen it. Perhaps it was that Mosca fellow. He's always averting his gaze from me. Like he's hiding something.
Probably his distaste for your nuttiness.
I can hear its whispers coming from below. Down, deep down in the earth. If you're ever down there, please, you must find my box. Return it at once. And whatever you do, do not open the box. Okay, Reed. If I find your box underground, I'll be sure to bring it back.
Okay there, Mr. Fantastic. What's in the box? You've met an odd fellow named Reed. He seems to be looking for a box of some sort. Gee, I couldn't tell. No, added. Reed's box. Box. That's what it is. It's a box. You can't open it. Don't look in the box. Do not open the box. You can look at the box, but that's it. And only if it helps you bring it back. It fell into a hole near the storage cave in Aurora. No doubt found by whatever lives in the darkness deep below.
Oh, my box. Where's my box? Do you have my box? I must have it back. Find it, please.
I think he wants us to find his box.
Oh,
Good God, I just noticed that I have, like, no health.
Hi there.
Well, hello. You're a quiet one.
Just manners. You'll have to excuse him. He's a bit worn out, saving the village and everything, you know?
Yes, I heard something about that.
Ah, yes. Well, good.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. They'll just keep coming back. And there's nothing we can do about it. Excuse me.
Well, that was fun.
I didn't introduce myself before. My name is Dust, and my companion here is Fidget.
Hello again.
Dust? Really?
Is something wrong?
No, I'm sorry. It's just an interesting name. I'm Ginger. Oh, and about those people you saved.
Yes?
Well, that was a noble thing to do. So thank you.
It is true. How many people do you actually know named Dust?
Are you okay?
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not really in a talkative mood.
You look sad. Is there anything we can do to help?
Please, you two. Don't worry about me.
Are you okay?
beautiful one, huh?
A bit of gratitude might have been nice. What kind of a bratty...
I guess they expect you to go back and talk to her afterwards because, yeah, Dust, calm down.
Hey, ease off, Dust. She looked like she was pretty depressed.
I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry, Fidget. I don't know what came over me just then. Come on, let's keep moving.
Maybe it could have something to do with your memories there, Dust. You know, just spitballing here. Oh, God. You ready for fake enthusiasm?
Ah, our famed savior. I had hoped you'd come. Welcome to my humble shop.
This is our other merchant. And he's kind of the opposite. The other one is dark and creepy. This one is light and peppy. But he basically has the exact same wares.
You honor us with your patronage. Please tell your friends. Your rich ones.
However, while the other merchant can be found pretty much in various locations, this one can only be found in Aurora Village.
I have the best selection you'll ever find in this store at this moment in time. Please, look around.
Wow, how specific.
Thank you for coming in. I can almost guarantee your satisfaction. Almost.
Yes. Almost. A word of advice. What is this thing? Some kind of cage? Whatever it is, it's making this awful, awful racket. Once in a while, I hear words that sound like fat and beats. What does that even mean? I'll hide it in the caves beneath Aurora until I found the keys I need. I just need to remember to jump to as far to the right as I can. Yep. So yes, there is more cages than the one we saw there. We'll get into what those are later, once we have enough keys, of course. Speaking of keys, ooh, we got a teleport stone. And we got a simple pendant, better than the one we have.
Oh, hi. You're new. Are you travelers? Maybe you can help me? I can't find my little brother, Corbin.
Do you have a picture? Because otherwise I don't know who I'm looking for.
He's not in the village?
No, he's not here. I can't find him, and I've looked absolutely everywhere.
Don't worry, I'll keep an eye out for him. What's your name?
My name is Colleen. Oh, I wonder if he left the village. He could get hurt.
Calm down, Colleen. I'll look for him. Where did you see him last?
I think he was doing something for Mr. Gianni, but whenever I ask him about Corbin, he says he's too busy. I really don't like that guy.
I don't think anybody does.
Gianni, huh? Okay, wait here.
If you find Corbin, please bring him home. I'm really getting worried about him.
Level up! Out to dry. Colleen is looking for her missing brother Corbin. She claims that Gianni in Aurora Village may know his whereabouts.
If you find Corbin, please bring him home. I'm really getting worried about him.
Gotcha.
If you...
Oh, okay. Let's just go to talk to Gianni now, because... I mean, he's right there. And our meter will fill back up anyway.
Gianni, I want to ask you about a boy named Corbin.
Ah, have you seen him? Where has that foolish boy run off to?
I was hoping you could tell me.
He must still be wasting time in Ivydale Glen. I just knew I shouldn't have trusted that boy with cleaning my fabrics.
Corbin is doing your laundry outside the village?
I do not see why this is so difficult to comprehend. But then I suppose you don't have the capacity for rational thought. If you are so concerned, maybe you should go look for him instead of waffling about.
Oh, I'll find him. Then we're going to have a little chat.
Gianni has sent Corbin to Ivydale Glen to wash his laundry, make sure that he's safe. Yeah, like I said, you grow to hate this guy.
So, have you found my fabrics? Why are you standing around wasting my time?
Oi. Also, why does he need to do your laundry somewhere else like that? Is there no water here? It seems like not having water here would be a bigger issue than simply your laundry.
Good day. I'm Mayor Bram. So, you're the hero I've been hearing about.
It's nothing, really. We're just passing through.
No need to be modest, my friend. We can't thank you enough for your help. Things have been rough in Aurora of late, so having a true hero in our midst is really boosting morale. So, what's your name, son?
Dust. My name is Dust. And some of the villagers I've met, they don't seem quite as pleased as you.
Ah, are you talking about the Watchmen? You must understand, hardly a day goes by without some monstrosity attacking our peaceful village. They were simply being cautious. Take my word, I'm sure they meant no ill will.
There was also this girl.
Yes, that could only be Ginger. She can be a bit of a handful, but don't pass judgment on her like that. You have no idea what she's gone through this past year.
She looked pretty upset about something.
Don't concern yourself. We have other matters to discuss.
I mean, any information is helpful information. You never know, so you could just tell me.
What help could I possibly provide? A few giants in a field seem like the least of your problems.
Yet again with the modesty. You're no mere travelers, that much I've gathered. Mineral merchants don't wield blades as impressive as yours, Dust. Please, we really could use the help.
I don't know. I'm searching for something myself.
Then perhaps we can help each other. If you help our village, I promise I'll do whatever I can to help you. But I can be of no assistance while our village is constantly attacked by these creatures. We suspect their leader is close by, and if you could...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You hold on a second. You're saying those mindless thugs have a leader?
Until recently, they would attack us in small groups. Nothing we couldn't handle. Now, they coordinate attacks on a much larger scale, hitting the village on both sides, driving our forces apart. I assure you, whatever leads these things is experienced in warfare.
What do they want?
Our land, I imagine.
Just a casual observation, but they don't seem the farming type.
Well, whatever it is, it's become a serious problem. If you truly are as capable as I hear...
You want us to find their leader?
It certainly would cripple their advance. You'd be doing the entire village a great service.
How about it, Dust?
Well,
You feel a conflict of emotions. This is good. I will abide by your decision, Master. I trust you to take the right path.
Helping this village is the right thing to do. But it's more than that. It's almost like I know these people. Like I have to help them.
I think that strange feeling you've got is a little foreign concept called compassion. I'm proud of you, Dust. Of course, if you said no, I need to bite your face off.
I think, if I remember correctly, they made a little comic about that. About Fidget biting someone's face off.
Charming as always, Fidget.
I think you've made a wise decision.
All right, Mayor Bram, you've convinced us. We'll do what we can to help stop these attacks.
That's my boy. The Watchman reported increased monster activity to the east of our village, so I imagine that's where you should go. But do be careful. Strong as you may be, I've seen many fine warriors lose their lives to these monstrosities.
I understand, Mayor. I'll be careful, and I'll be back.
Dust to dust. The mayor of Aurora has asked that you travel east into Abadius Forest and find the leader of the monsters attacking the village. I just realized, there is water right here. So again, why couldn't, Corbin have done the laundry here? Why did you need him to go to Ivydale Glen?
We don't know much about their leader, but he has a penchant for fire.
Is he named Axel?
I wasn't aware these creatures even knew how to make fire.
Or Mustang?
This one does. There are stories that the creature is actually made of fire, but I imagine it's just an exaggeration.
Oh, so his name is Pyron.
I've got a feeling there's more truth to that than neither of us would like.
Regardless, there must be some reason those monsters follow him. Please, be careful. If he gives you trouble with fire, you know what they say?
Oh, time for, again, one of my favorite lines of this game. And an absolute classic.
Fight fire with fire?
You know, I tried that once. Nearly burned down my house. Come to think of it, fighting fire with fire is a terrible idea. You shouldn't do that, ever. Please, come back in one piece, Dust. You seem capable enough, but I could never live with myself if this somehow got you killed.
I barely know you.
I wouldn't be able to live with that either, Mayor Bram. I'll do my best.
But yes, fight fire with fire. Don't actually try that in real life. That's probably not a good idea.
Hey, you're the outsider.
Yeah, that's me.
That's great. So you must know your way around out there. Maybe you could do me a favor.
Depends on the favor. What is it you need?
Well, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Vale, and I'm in charge of keeping our guards well equipped.
Well, you've certainly failed that.
Oh, so their poor equipment is pretty much your fault.
In so many words, yes. But it's not like I enjoy giving them subpar equipment. If I had better materials, I could make better gear. Tell you what, if you could bring me 5 imp hides, I would gladly buy them off you for more than the shop will offer.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Much appreciated. I'll be waiting right here.
Yep. Vale wants to improve the armor worn by the town guard. Bring him 5 imp hides to help him out. Unfortunately, we seem to have imp claws, not hides. This is going to be a fairly lengthy quest involving a lot of materials.
Please, let me know if you come across those materials.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Much appreciated. I'll be waiting right here.
You'll either be doing a lot of grinding or a lot of buying. And we finally have our world map. It's an actual map. However, if you use the right stick, you can look up. And sometimes you'll see Fidget sleeping like the adorable little monstrosity she is. Alright, so. It's good that each area actually specifically labels how much of the map is complete, as well as how much treasure is left there. So you know immediately where to go. We could go to Ivydale Glen, but I'm going to save that for a very specific reason. Abadius Forest is where we'll go for the main story, as indicated by the flag. But let's do what Augustin said and go to Archer's Pass. For 2 reasons. One, this music. this song is incredible. This might be my favorite song from the game. The entire soundtrack is just great, but good God, this song. Renaissance gates will only open if you have a Renaissance gem of the same color. So, remember that fast travel system I mentioned? There is something similar to it. There is something similar to a fast travel system, but we'll get to that.
Do you hear something flapping?
Besides you?
What? That isn't you?
Hey, I don't make that much noise.
You talk so much, Fidget.
Wait, you're right. Look out! We've got company.
So yes, we got aerial enemies. Go! Luckily, dust will more naturally go towards enemies in the air. Okay. Naturally, it can be a little difficult. It can be a little difficult to keep track of everything. There is one other reason we want to come to the forest, though. And you will soon see it. Once we get up there. Unfortunately, there's no real reason to go down here. Do some careful platforming. Yeah, nice try, buddy. Go! As a side note, you can immediately attack after dashing, but keep in mind that whatever direction you're going, Dust will immediately attack in the opposite direction. So if I dash left, he'll immediately attack directly in front of him. If you dash right, well, he'll attack to the left. Because he's essentially backdashing. Oh, hi! Obviously, with the giants, try and parry them as much as you can. Well, that was my mistake. Oh, hi! This is quite the little area. Look at this! Whee! So, yes. If you couldn't tell, this is quite the effective place for a combo. Over 400. There is an achievement in this game. Oh, hi. There is an achievement in this game for, I believe, a 1,000 hit combo. Needless to say, getting that thing is actually probably the most difficult achievement in the game. Even more so than beating the game on the highest difficulty. Mainly because there's actually a way to cheat that last achievement. Granted, I don't know if they fixed it for the PC release. But I do know that when I played it on Xbox, it was very simple to get that achievement. Whee! However, I will say this. For getting that achievement, probably your best method is that you absolutely want to play on casual mode for it. Because otherwise, well, the dust storm is going to hurt you, and obviously it is one of your best methods to do so. Let's go. And God, the scenery is oh God. God, the scenery is just... I know I keep saying it, but it's just gorgeous. Up. Yep, you got those type of enemies.
Oh my. You really should have saved first.
Yeah, you really should.
Bloms, deadly creatures. Keep your distance. They will detonate if you get too close, but are vulnerable when taking a deep breath.
Perfect for a ranged attack. Let me at him.
Yeah, they are. Bloms are vulnerable when taking a deep breath. That's the thing, though. Hitting them is another story entirely. Hitting them is more difficult than it sounds. Honestly, your best option is just to get near them and then back away, because once they start, they will explode. And they'll usually explode in sequence. Oh, hi, buddy.
Ah, hello again, my friend. I suspected you would return.
What are you buying? Nothing really.
Your transaction is most appreciated.
Ah, yes, your transaction of 0 gold.
Watch your back, my friend.
Nope. Okay, nothing. And yes, there's nothing down there. It's just to help get you back up here. Ah! That's my bad. Huh. Not here. Okay. I am misremembering? But yes, the bloms can be quite the hassle, especially if it's in the middle of fighting other enemies. But they're easy enough to avoid. Hi! If anything, it's more just free experience. And you do have the slightest bit of invincibility frame when you're dodging. Which is very useful to know. How many treasure keys do we have? Exactly 1. In case you're curious, no, it is not required to unlock all those chests to beat the game. But it can be fun. Hi, buddy. Oh. But yes, always keep in mind where you are before you dash. Or more precisely, which way you're facing. Because it's a backdash, you don't want to accidentally dash into the enemies. It's not like Mega Man Zero where you just dash forward. I guess I could have also said Mega Man X and Mega Man ZX, but either one works. Surrounded, desperate, and nowhere else to go, I climbed out to the hand and made a leap of faith. So, yes. This will lead you to this area. Which has 3 treasure chests to get. Hi! And that's a bit of a jerk move. There are enemies in that one. Unfortunately, we have no more keys. And this serves to teleport you. And it'll take you right back here. So we're going to want to remember that for when we have 2 free keys. Unfortunately, it did respawn all the enemies. But that just basically means that we have time to get more gold and materials. We could go up here, but we can also go over here with our mysterious wall chicken. Unfortunately, doing so doesn't really lead anywhere. For now. And yes, enemies will even respawn in between screens. This is actually probably a good time. If you press the left bumper, or L1, it will heal you with whatever your current food item is. Go to the quick item slot, and you can assign whatever food item you want that to be. In this case, the mysterious wall chicken works well enough. I've been finding a ton of them. Good God, there were a lot of them. We could go up there, but there's really no point. Well, not that we can at this moment. jump up this way because we can't go any other way. And another thing that we can't use. Seriously, those things are mainly just... They're not even really a nuisance. They're just kind of stopgaps. Just give me more golden items. And go to the left here, and you will find a treasure key that they were essentially guarding. I'm gonna hold off going back there until I have at least 2. And go down here.
Whoa, hello there.
Which is the real reason we came here. Ah yes, the most eloquent character of the game.
Easy there, Chief.
Everyone, calm down, please. So, you were the ones making all that noise up there.
Not intentionally. By the way, do you know you have bloms in the attic?
Oh, those? They don't bother us. And they tend to keep the other monsters away. If I knew we were having company, I'd have cleared them out myself. Sorry about that, I guess.
That's actually a good point. They are sort of a good defense system. If you leave them alone, they'll just steer the other monsters away or blow them up.
So, what brings you two this far outside Aurora? I'm assuming that's where you're from.
I'm Dust, and this is my companion, Fidget. We're here to deliver these materials on Augustin's behalf.
You know... Oh, no, wait. I realize. I was about to ask, I wonder if the conversation would change if you hadn't taken Augustin's request. But then I realize this spot probably wouldn't show up on the map unless he gave you this quest. As I believe Ivydale Glen also doesn't show up until you accept the quest to find Corbin.
Oh, well, nice to meet ya. I'm Haley, and this is my brother, Maddie.
Very well put.
Don't mind him. I see you've got a blueprint there. Mind if I take a look? Well, this doesn't look too hard. Tell you what, if you can find me the materials for it, I'll craft this item for you.
Okie dokie. So yes, here's our resident merchant for the game. Merchant? I'm sorry, our resident blacksmith for the game. She can craft anything you make... my words are stumbling now. She can craft things from the blueprints you have. She, of course, needs the proper materials. As a side note, you can also buy materials from her.
Thanks, Haley.
And, just because I like you, I'll give you a blue resonance gem. Don't know if you caught it on your way up, but there's a big blue door at the foot of Archer's Pass that this'll open. Just inside the door is a teleporter that'll take you right up here. Makes return trips a lot easier. So you can come and visit anytime you like.
I'll be honest, even with a shortcut at the foot of the pass, I'm not sure I'll be able to make it up here too often.
Well, my dad did have these little receiver things he'd give to his regular customers to transport goods back and forth. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them to give you. Let me think. If I remember correctly, one of my dad's customers dropped one somewhere in Abadi's forest. If you were to find it, I could craft your items and send them to you through the receiver whenever you wanted. Dad normally gives his customers a blue resonance gem, so check for blue resonance gates in Abadi's forest. Need anything else?
So yes, that is why we want to come here first. We're going to need to go to Abadius Forest anyway. So it just makes sense to come here first and start up on that so we can get it out of the way. Plus, it's always good to have a blacksmith. Let's talk.
So, let's talk.
Is Maddie your only family?
I notice it's only you and Maddie up here in the pass. Is it just you two?
Not all the time, no. My father still runs the forge, but he's usually away on business. Right now, he's somewhere across the sea hunting down new minerals and ores. He's always trying to make better weapons and armor.
Sounds like he's always pretty busy.
Yeah, but I get along fine by myself. And Maddie too, of course.
I meant to ask before. Does Maddie have a problem with me?
What?
Well, it's just... he seems to grumble a lot around me.
I can attest to that. Lots of grumbling.
I'm guessing he just does that to everyone.
I really can't say, Dust. Maddie, do you have anything to say?
Yeah.
Well, I hope that answers your question.
Yep, it answers everything. I've even learned the answer of life itself from him.
Not really, but...
Let it go, Dust. Just let it go.
I mean, you didn't understand that, Dust? It was clear. He just explained the entire plot of the Kingdom Hearts series and the Metal Gear series in one accurate sentence. The man's a genius. How long have you been a blacksmith?
So, is blacksmithing the official family trade then?
In a way, I guess. My father said I could be whatever I wanted. But when you grow up alongside a world-famous blacksmith, your options are fairly limited. Not that I mind, though. It's nice to have skills that are in demand these days. Everybody always needs something forged, whether it's amulets or armor.
True.
So, business is good?
Well, it's been better. Still, we make enough to keep things going, and that's the important thing.
That's true. A skill that is always in need is something people kind of strive for, especially in a job. And while there are times where it's not going good, as long as it's enough to keep you going, that's kind of what's important. Why live in Archer's Pass?
Your forge is pretty far off the beaten path, Haley. Why set up shop so far outside Aurora?
This forge is actually quite ancient. My father's 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 father inherited it from his mother's grandfather on her father's side.
Good God. I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
It was built during the Battle of Archer's Pass, many hundreds of years ago. The archers were holding off their enemies from way up here, but they needed a forge to replenish their arrows. So, they built one right where they stood. It helped them take Archer's Pass, and from here, they were able to liberate the whole valley.
That's pretty inspiring, actually.
Sounds like this forge has a lot of history behind it then. Even so...
Location, location, location.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I wish it was more accessible. We'd get more business, I'm sure of it. But it's not like we can just pick it up and move it.
I'll bet if you had an army of trained rats, you could loot this place no problem.
Fidget, you sound like Patrick.
Fidget, I don't think that'd help.
You know, smart mutant rats with magic!
Yep.
Don't worry about her, Dust. Altitude sickness drives some creatures crazy.
I don't think it's that. I think that's just Fidget.
Fidget was pretty crazy before. Maybe we should be on our way.
Yeah.
Need anything else?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thanks, Dust. Don't be long coming back.
I forgot you can't press the B button to get out of it. Quest updated. You've met the blacksmith's daughter, Haley. She can now craft equipment from any blueprints you find. To be of further use, she has asked that you find a special device which will allow communication from anywhere in the world. Seek out a blue resonance gate somewhere in Abadius Forest. So yes, the blue resonance gem. Resonance gems open all gem gates of the same color. You remember those big silver doors that were glowing blue when we walked up to it? This is for those.
Hi there, Maddie. Nice to meet you. All right then.
Yep.
How you doing, Maddie? Great, that's just fantastic.
Ah, my favorite customer. What can I do for you?
I'm sorry, I'm here for your brother.
Thanks, Des. Don't be long coming back.
I realize how bad that sounds in context. Or out of context.
What's the word, Maddie? I'll make sure to spread the good news.
I love you, Dust.
How's the market treating you, Maddie? Good to hear, good to hear. Hey, Maddie, so about your sister.
Oh my god.
Alright, well, I'm glad we had this talk.
Dust, you know he has a hammer, right?
Hi there, Maddie.
There's if I remember correctly, I may have to look it up after this, but there is an achievement just for annoying Maddie if you talk to him enough times. And that is hilarious to me.
That went incredibly well. Do you know why?
I don't know, Fidget. Why?
Oh, don't be so dense. It's because she likes you.
Fidget, what are you talking about?
Dust, really?
You didn't see the signals? She was giving you the signals.
Even I noticed the signals.
That's great, Fidget. Really, I'll keep that in mind.
That is a very nice looking statue. I kind of really wish we could learn even more about this place, or at least, I don't know, see an animated film about this. But, oh well. So yes, just go all the way down here. And you can go here. Go through this teleporter. And now, we can get through. No, the girl. Don't worry, I put her in a cage in a safe place. If you ever need to find her, just climb up high above the wooden bridge near Denham. And don't try doing that wall jump move of yours to get to her. You'll fall and break your neck. But yes, we are quite literally around the beginning of the area. Unfortunately, we can't really do anything. It's a little difficult to get there. But yes, this acts as a nice little way to get back and forth. This is the closest thing you have to a fast travel system. These Renaissance gates. And that one is extremely useful, taking you right up to Haley. Which, side note, I wish we got to see more of her character throughout the game, but she is mainly just the blacksmith. And there's quite a lot of treasure still left there. Fidget, where did you get a marshmallow? But yeah. Unfortunately, I cannot pause in this. But I think that'll do it for now. This recording has been going on for a little bit now. At least I believe around 2 hours. And we'll be getting into more main story next time. I wanted to save searching for Corbin and Ivydale Glen for next time because there is a fun little thing you can do that'll require a little bit of editing, assuming I do it correctly. But for now, I think that'll do it. To anyone who's played this game, please share your favorite memories of it with me. I played this thing to 100% before, and over 100%, so there's no spoilers at risk. And to anyone who hasn't played it before, I highly recommend you give it a try. It's available on almost all systems now, I believe. And it's worth the experience. It's a simple game, but a fun, gorgeous one. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. And don't be Fidget's marshmallow. Please survive. Take care.